Okay, so Sam, I decided that I had wanted to do another video because I don't see many videos out on the subject matter. It may be, but I couldn't find any. But as spiritual workers, witches, whatever your forte is, and however decide that you would like to call yourself, whatever, if you give yourself a name at all. I want to talk to you all about some things that we need to be paying close attention to because, it's no sense in fooling yourself. It's something different going on. I feel a strangeness in the atmosphere with the heat temperatures and stuff like that. Here where I'm at right now, it got up to about 110 to 112 degrees here. And that's very unusual for us. This is not like Arizona, and I'm sure the temperatures get that high there in Arizona. And I've been noticing that the moon turns red sometimes. So I really would like to talk to you all, spiritual workers. I love to call you name witches, shamans, and warlocks and stuff. We really need to be sharpening up our magical shears more than ever. I mean, I cannot ignore what's really going on, but what I wanted to talk about is some of the things that I've been noticing because as spiritual people, we get our messages from the other side via birds, via insects, uh, mirrors. And so, what I wanted to talk about I wanted to share with you and also want you to share with me um, how do you get your messages from the other side? And I wanted to talk about some of the ways that most spiritual workers work through cards, playing cards, tarot cards, crystal balls, tea leaves, dishwater. There's so many ways to, there's so many oracles, so to speak, where we can tap into the other side. Candles, the flames of fire. There's so many different ways. What's your way? Do you want to discuss it? Would you all like to discuss it? Have you been seeing some signs? I wanted to make this video to be about omens. Omens as spiritual workers. I mean, a lot of this I really shouldn't be trying to say, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that, like you all don't know, because most of you spiritual workers know. I think maybe what I should be addressing this video too are the people who are now tapping into this new thing. You know, it's new for you all, and you all are looking for something different. There's a change. That something is different about yourself, and now you want to investigate it and explore it. I've had a lot of you all to say, it's like I just know you so well. It's like, we met somewhere. Your spirit is so familiar to me. It's because you were supposed to come this way. The spirit sent you to me, and right now you're trying to learn more than ever in this very short length of time, because now is the time that you are going to have to know something about magic, because there is something very destructive on its way. I really can't put my finger on it, but I know that we will be protected. All of us light workers will be protected. All of us spiritual worker, wherever your expertise is at, will be protected. And there are some things that we need to be doing right now. So that's what this video is about. Not to alarm people or to frighten people, but more or less, this is more an educational video to get us prepared. And going back to the people that I want to talk to, the people who are very new at this, so I won't misguide you. And then at the same time, too, family, I want you to kind of like help me to, guide these people to there are some things that you must not ignore, and those are signs, omens, be that they are good or be that they are bad. This is some of the things that I have not talked about quite on the video. I did do a video on the owl, but I didn't really go into depth about it. But so the video is gonna be about a lot of stuff, signs, omens, bad omens, good omens, whatever. It's gonna be about a lot of that. So I'm gonna be going back and forth. Y'all know I'm not formal. I'm just gonna be going all over the place. How do you get your signs? I'm talking to my light worker friends, my shamans, witches, warlocks. How did you how do you get your messages from the other side? It's different for everybody. Like for me in my situation, I get them through my paintings. I may paint a picture and then it's almost like I'm showing myself or revealing myself the future. The spirits are revealing it to me through paintings, um, also through now in my life, I realize that birds speak to me. I did not realize how important they were because they bring messages from the other side. And that's what I want to talk to the people who are just tapping into this. I want to talk to you about paying close attention to the skies, to the stars, to the moon, to the planet, and to the birds. The birds are very important. It's so crazy because a lady just left. I just met her. She just left out from my house, and she and I were standing under a tree, and it was a strange sound came from the tree. I can't even begin to make that sound, but it was like orchard, orchard, and it was dark. It was dark. We were under the tree, and it was talking to us. And I'm finding in my life that more birds and these strange sounding uh, insects are trying to speak to me more than ever. And so I really want you all to take some time out to study. And I'm not talking about my family because I know you already have your own way of receiving your messages, but I'm talking to the people who are the newcomers to start studying the different sounds of the birds, the times that the birds speak. It's very important. Are they speaking at nighttime? Are they coming to your windowsill or whatever? And I just want to talk about a few omens because whether be they good or be they bad, because everybody interprets them differently. Because depending on what the bird is saying, depending on what time the bird is talking, and depending on what type of bird it is, it's a different message. And I thought this would be a very interesting video for us because now it's time for us to receive these messages off the other side because these messages are going to get us prepared for this big mystery that is upon us. There's a mystery upon us. And there's so many things that I would like to talk to you all about that I will be talking to you about in the upcoming days. Because we are going to need this more than ever because depending on what type of omen it is and how you interpret it will depend on what technique you should use in magic to either bring it on if it's a good omen, because there's some things you need to do if it's a good omen or some things you don't supposed to do if it's a good omen, as well as if it's a bad omen, is some things that you can do, as well as some things that you may not need to do. And I would like to talk about it, and I need some comments on, what do you all think about this situation? There's a message coming from the other side, people. Whether we want to ignore it, pay attention to it, whether we want to keep it in secret, because some things have to be in secret. Everything cannot be told. It cannot be told. I know that some things must be told, and they need to be told at a certain hour before darkness. Some things need to be told at dawn. Some things need to be told in the darkness. And so those are some of the things that I wanted to discuss in this video, family, some things that we can share with one another and you all can share with each other. Because the great message is coming now. The great shift is bringing the messages. And depending on who you are, uh, what do you define yourself as, will depend on what message you will get and how you interpret it. That's what's so interesting about it. And y'all know Mama just talking all over the place and stuff like that, but the The reason why I'm bringing it up because I've been hearing very distinctive sounds and voices, different languages and stuff. It's getting so strong and heightened, and it may be the same with my family and even the newcomers coming to the channel. You all are family too, and just people who just secretly just peeking in or whatever. You may be feeling this too, but there's a strong sensation of, for me myself, a strong sensation of a message that's coming from the other side. Like I told you, the ancient language, even some of the language that's being spoken. I find myself speaking languages that I cannot. It's hard to pronounce it, but at the same time too, I know what it is. Like agitois, just what agitois. Just different languages and words that's coming to me, and I'm like, this is not English. These entities are speaking these languages, and I can go on and on, but grunts, moans, different sounds, and stuff like that. Do you all have those experiences, like waking up and hearing another voice coming from my voice that's not mine, speaking another language? That's how deep it's getting, more deeper. And you know almost to the point my aunt is saying, whoa. She said, what you tapping into now, which I didn't know I was tapping into anything, because I'm not trying to tap into anything. I'm just being who I am. Messages like this have come to me since a child, but as I grow older, it's becoming more mysterious to me, especially with the birds literally coming, so close to get a good look at me. And some of them will talk to me, and some of them would just stare at me. Um, just insects that come and perch to like say something, and it's a very new experience to me. Like I said, it all came with the tornado. The tornado brought so many things, and it took away so many things too. But I do want, the video, it goes so fast. I have such limited minutes left, but I really want to talk about omens, just to throw some out at you. Some people call them old wives' tales or what have you, superstition, whatever people call them. But I feel like they are real. Black birds, depending on how many they are, determines whether it's a bad omen or a good omen. Uh, Black cats, depending on which direction he comes at. If he comes at you, then that means good luck. If he goes away, he's taking your luck away. So many omens, so many things to talk about. I really want to discuss this further, and I think I may just try to go to Facebook, because I tried to do a Facebook video and it was not successful because they let me talk 20 minutes there. It's so much to talk about. I want to talk about omens, and for you newcomers, you need to pay attention to the sounds of the birds, the times that the birds chirp, because you're coming into your powers now, and it's going to be a lot of work that you have to do. You already know that you got to get prepared. A lot of you all coming to me asking me, where do I start? How do I get prepared? You're telling me about dreams that you're having. How do you interpret your dreams? You want understanding on of your dreams. So that's what my Facebook page is all about. It's a place where people like us with like minds who have this special gift have the opportunity to have other family members to help us to interpret what these dreams mean, what these visions means, because it's helping all of us. We're helping each other to get prepared for this great message that's coming, this great message that's bringing something to us, because now there's a war at this point between darkness and light. And I want to talk further about this. I'm hoping that my Facebook camera will start working, that Facebook will do something to, I don't know what's going on. They keep saying error, we could not hook to a server, or something is going on with Facebook right now. But that's why I want to talk to you further. I want to talk to you further on Facebook, because it takes forever for these videos to load on YouTube, and it's just, time is of the essence. Y'all, let's talk about omens, whether they be good, whether they be bad.